In the silence of midnight, when candles flicker and shadows stretch across the walls, children whisper a name. They stand before the mirror, their breath shallow, their hearts pounding. 3 times they speak it. Bloody Mary. The ritual is simple, yet terrifying. Stand in a darkened room, light a single candle, and face the mirror. Whisper her name 3 times, and she will appear. But who is Bloody Mary? Legends differ, each more chilling than the last. Some say she was a queen, drenched in blood, cursed for her cruelty. Others claim she was a woman betrayed, murdered unjustly, her spirit trapped in mirrors. And still others whisper she is every sorrowful soul, every victim of violence, merged into one eternal curse. The mirror is her prison. It reflects not only faces but secrets, fears, and the thin veil between worlds. When her name is spoken, the veil tears, and she steps through. One chilling account tells of a group of schoolchildren in America. They gathered in the bathroom at midnight, giggling nervously, clutching candles. They whispered her name. At first, nothing happened. But then, the mirror rippled. A pale face appeared, eyes hollow, lips dripping blood. The children screamed, fleeing the room, but one lingered. By dawn, she was gone. Her friends swore they saw her pulled into the mirror, her cries echoing until silence. From that night onward, the school was never the same. Students whispered of footsteps in empty halls, of mirrors fogging without reason, of voices calling their names. Teachers dismissed it as imagination, but the fear lingered. Bloody Mary became more than a game. She was a test of courage, a dare whispered at sleepovers, a ritual passed from child to child. But beneath the laughter lay terror. For those who truly believed, those who truly called her, never forgot what they saw. Her legend spread across continents. In England, she was said to be Queen Mary Tudor, cursed for rivers of blood spilled in her reign. In America, she was a murdered bride, her spirit trapped in glass. In Mexico, she was La Llorona's sister, another mother mourning children lost. Every culture gave her a name, every mirror carried her shadow. The ritual remained the same. Speak her name, watch the mirror, and wait. Some saw blood dripping down the glass. Others saw pale hands pressing against the surface. And a few, the unlucky few, saw her step through. From castles to bathrooms, from whispered prayers to viral videos, Bloody Mary remained. A curse, a shadow, hunger itself given form. The whispers of Bloody Mary grew louder with each passing decade. What began as a childish dare became a ritual of terror. Wherever mirrors stood, wherever candles flickered, her name was spoken. One stormy night in Chicago, a group of teenagers gathered in an abandoned house. They carried flashlights, nervous laughter echoing through the halls. At midnight, they lit a candle, stood before a cracked mirror, and whispered her name. At first, silence. Then, the glass rippled. A pale hand pressed against the surface, nails long, dripping crimson. The candle extinguished, the room plunged into darkness, and screams echoed until dawn. By morning, only shards of glass remained. The teenagers were gone, their belongings scattered, their voices silenced. Neighbors whispered. Bloody Mary had claimed them all. Her curse spread across America. In schools, children dared each other to summon her. Bathrooms became haunted chambers, mirrors fogging without reason, whispers echoing in empty stalls. Teachers dismissed it as imagination, but the fear lingered. Legends say she hunts by asking her question. She does not speak of love, nor sorrow. She asks only for blood. Those who call her see visions, rivers of crimson, faces twisted in agony, hands clawing at the glass. And once her hand touches, the victim is lost forever. Some whispered of tricks to survive. Blow out the candle before she appears. Spin 3 times to confuse her. Carry a silver charm to ward her away. But these were only fragile hopes, whispers against an eternal curse. Her victims carried the curse. Families marked by her wrath reported strange illnesses, sudden weakness, dreams of mirrors cracking in the dark. Generations whispered of her presence, as though blood had carved itself into their bloodline. And so, the legend grew. Bloody Mary was no longer a tale to frighten children. She was a curse, a shadow, hunger itself given form. But the story did not end there. Travelers spoke of hearing her laughter in the rustling leaves, of seeing pale hands reaching from mirrors in hotel rooms. Families claimed their photographs warped, faces blurred, eyes hollow. Children whispered of games played in dreams, where Bloody Mary promised endless power, but woke to find scratches on their skin. Priests gathered in churches, chanting louder, burning incense until the air was thick. They prayed to saints, to angels, to God himself. But Bloody Mary's laughter echoed still, mocking their faith, feeding on their fear. The villagers realized she was not bound to one mirror. She wandered freely, appearing wherever her name was spoken. Bathrooms, bedrooms, even inside homes. No one was safe. Centuries have passed, yet the legend of Bloody Mary refuses to fade. From medieval whispers to modern screens, her shadow lingers, her voice echoes still. In the age of technology, the ritual has not disappeared. Children dare each other at sleepovers, standing before mirrors with smartphones recording. They whisper her name, hoping to capture proof. Sometimes, the footage shows nothing. But sometimes, shadows ripple across the glass, faces distort, and whispers bleed into the audio. Videos appear online, grainy clips of figures in mirrors, pale hands pressing against glass, voices calling names. Live streams end abruptly, cameras falling, screams echoing before silence. Skeptics dismiss them as pranks, but believers see proof. Reports surface in hotels. Guests claim mirrors fog at midnight, words scratched into glass, blood. Housekeepers whisper of rooms colder than ice, of reflections that do not match the living. In schools, bathrooms remain haunted chambers. Children dare each other, whispering her name, waiting for the mirror to ripple. Teachers dismiss it, but the fear lingers. Folklorists study the legend, tracing its roots to grief, betrayal, and blood. They speak of Bloody Mary as a symbol, a warning against cruelty, against broken vows. But villagers whisper otherwise. They say she is real, eternal, and still hungry. Families marked by her curse continue to report strange dreams. Children wake screaming, claiming to see blood dripping from mirrors. Elders speak of footsteps outside their doors, of laughter echoing in empty rooms. Doctors call it superstition, but the afflicted whisper otherwise. The legend has become part of culture. Her story appears in films, in books, in plays that echo her haunting voice. Yet beneath the art lies fear. For legends are born of truth, and truth never dies. And so, the legend continues. From medieval castles to modern live streams, from whispered dares to viral videos, Bloody Mary remains. A curse, a shadow, hunger itself given form. Now, as you listen, ask yourself, is this merely a tale told to frighten children? Or does something still linger in mirrors, waiting, hungering, listening for its name? Perhaps tonight, as you brush your teeth, as the mirror fogs with your breath, you will hear it. The whisper, soft, deliberate, Bloody Mary. And when you turn, she will be there. So tell me, do you believe this is only a legend? Or is there still something hidden in the glass, waiting to claim your soul? The choice is yours, but the shadows are patient. Some legends were never meant to be fully explained. If this story left you with a feeling you can't quite shake, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. And if you wish to hear more ancient legends like this, subscribe, and continue listening into the darkness.